The Unluckiest Leprechaun by Alistair Heim, illustrated by Pablo Pino. Once upon St. Patrick's Day, the sun came up at dawn. The birds began to sing. And so did every leprechaun. They sang their teeny tiny tunes and danced a jig or 20. St. Patrick's Day was here, and with it, rainbows by the plenty. Yes, all the leprechauns were there. Except for one named Clover, who'd overslept and gotten there when the sing-along was over. Of all the luck, said Clover, who had missed his chance to sing, but being on time for anything was really not his thing. As luck would have it, Clover had no luck at all, you see. No matter what he tried to do, it turned out horribly. Of all the luck! My luck is out there, Clover said. It has to be, I know it. I'm off to find my rainbow and the treasure right below it. He hiked and hiked all morning, then he slid on down a cliff. And that's when Clover noticed someone giving him a sniff. Hello there, puppy, Clover said, and gave the dog a cuddle. And then he saw it, Clover's rainbow, floating in a puddle. He jumped right in, excited, splashing water everywhere, then searched the giant puddle, but the treasure wasn't there. Where is it? Clover shouted. He had come up empty-handed. And that's when Clover noticed where the water had all landed. Oh, no, 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 said Clover as he ran away to hide. He found the nearest trash can, closed the lid, and hid inside. Of all the luck! A jingly-jangly sound began to ring from somewhere near. He rose up on his tippy toes and perked his ear to hear. A bell was ringing loudly and was coming from a store. Then he saw it. Clover's rainbow, painted on the door. I'm coming! Clover shouted as he raced across the street. The door swung open suddenly and knocked him off his feet. Of all the luck, said Clover as he sailed through the air. He crashed into a garden, sending flowers everywhere. Oh, no, 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 said Clover. I am sorry, everyone. He ran away embarrassed by the damage he had done. Wherever Clover searched to find his rainbow there that day, it disappeared, or broke in two, or flew the other way. Of all the luck! The puppy followed Clover as he turned around to leave. They had been unluckier than Clover could believe. I guess I'll just go home, he sighed. Good luck is not for me. And then he saw a giant rainbow stuck up in a tree. I found my rainbow! Clover cheered and held the kite up high, exactly at a moment when a gusty breeze blew by. I won't let go, he shouted, but the wind grew even stronger, and Clover didn't have the strength to hold on any longer. Of all the luck, said Clover as he then began to fall. I really am unlucky, the unluckiest of all. And there, all caked in mud, the little leprechaun felt sad. Today had been the saddest, baddest day he'd ever had. And then from out of nowhere came a sudden rumbling sound. A crowd appeared and lifted Clover right up off the ground. We found him! Someone shouted as they carried him away. Oh, no, 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 cried Clover. Then he heard a loud hooray! The crowd had taken Clover to a party in the square, and everyone thought that Clover was mad at him was there. I'm sorry that I splashed you all. I ruined your flowers, too. My luck is awful, Clover said, no matter what I do. We disagree, a woman said. We're lucky that you are here. You have truly made St. Patrick's Day our best day of the year. Then Clover looked and saw that there were rainbows all around, with flowers he had ruined and in puddles on the ground, in ice cream cones and big balloons and lots of other ways. The most he'd ever seen in all his rainbow-searching days. And then the little leprechaun, whose luck had never come, was thrilled to see, quite luckily, perhaps he just found some of all the luck. The end.